Okay, I can't find it. We're just gonna whatever. We're fine.
Hello?
Welcome in here. Burns and Berman. We're back.
Can you hear me well? Can you hear me good?
We can hear you, but the audio's terrible.
Yeah, that's what I expected. You guys can see I'm in the middle of nowhere in Indiana, driving my way through. I'm going to turn off my camera, so I'll just be talking because I can look at my Google Maps and everything. Make sure I'm going the right way. But yeah.
We can hear you, but it is bad.
So you can understand what I'm saying at least?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you are coming through my car speakers.
Tell Burns to turn off Bluetooth.
Yeah, it might help. Hold on.
Next, a good news story, but stick around.
Whoa.
Hello?
Try now?
Is that better? Is that better, Josh?
No, it's worse.
It's worse?
It's worse, and you can hear me.
Shit. Let me reconnect to Bluetooth, I guess.
Yeah.
But
we'll be with you in a moment.
can you still hear me?
We can hear you. It's just terrible audio.
The fuck? I'm connecting my Bluetooth. I'm not even in the app. Josh likes little kids and the Bears suck.
It's a great song.
Am I wrong?
About the Bears sucking.
Okay, hello? Josh?
There we go. Still
okay,
terrible.
There we go.
Can hear you.
All right. Yeah, camera is off. Okay, let's do it. So what's up, man? What do you want to start with today?
Do you want to start with Kirk Cousins?
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
That really sucks. I love Kirk Cousins. You know that. I've expressed it multiple times on the show before. And that one really hurts.
Yeah.
That's one of those things where the Vikings just hit their stride.
Yeah.
They are to win a lot of good wins in a row against the 49ers. I mean, against a bad Bears team, bad Packers team. But regardless, they made their way back to 500. And now Kirk Cousins is done for the rest of the year. And maybe, I hate to say it, but maybe for forever.
35 years old.
Because that's what I've been hearing. That's what I've been hearing. And I hope that that's not true. Plus, it is his contract year, and he is done this year. I hope that Kirk Cousins goes somewhere. I can tell you, even as a Bears guy, if after the season he said, "Hey, I'd love to play for you guys," I'd take Kirk Cousins in a heartbeat. I love Kirk.
Yeah, you said that a few weeks ago.
And I think he still has a lot more energy in him, and I don't think that he's done. But this year, man, the Vikings are done. It's over.
Yeah, and you can't see the screen, but people can. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to share my screen because I want you all to turn your attention to the NFC standings right now in the race as I turn off there we go. Take a look here at the NFC standings for this 7th seed. Because the Vikings yesterday put themselves into that 7th seed at 4-4. But so if you eliminate the Vikings from playoff consideration, one of the following teams will be a wild card in the playoffs this year. The 4-4 Saints, 3-4 Bucks, 3-5 Rams, 3-5 Commanders, 2-5 Packers, 2-6 Giants, 2-6 Bears, 1-6 Panthers, 1-7 Cardinals. And then you have the 4-4 Falcons. So the Falcons, Saints, and Bucks are also all competing for the division, but then also that race for the 7th seed. One of those teams going to the playoff.
Yeah.
Who is a playoff team?
Yeah. It's one of those years, man, where the NFC just sucks.
Yeah. I mean, there are 6 deserving playoff teams.
And you know who else isn't good, Josh? Tyson fucking Bagent. Look, I told you I told you the whole week that after that win against the Raiders, Bears Nation was going to hype up this kid a lot, right?
Outside of Bears fans, Burns, no one was surprised.
Oh, yeah. No. I knew that outside of Bears fans, nobody was. But I told you that Bears fans would. I told you with every – I know how it works. And then, you know, I don't really blame him too much. The team just sucks. That was a horrible.
Yeah.
That was a bad game. Darnell Mooney getting called down on that first play when nobody even touched him. That was a horrible part.
That was bad.
Belichick Jr. wide open in the end zone. And he's like,
real bad.
He was like rolling around the grass like a little kid. It's fucking embarrassing, dude. It's just embarrassing football. The Bears, they should just cancel the rest of the season. They shouldn't play another game.
That's your thoughts on the Bears. I'll give my thoughts on the Ravens now. And that is that that game was exactly what I expected. I mean, that game could not have gone more to the way I expected than it did. I mean, just struggled, wasn't very impressive, but from start to finish, there was never really a doubt we were going to win. We were the better team. We played like the better team. We didn't play well, but played well enough to win. It's one of those we'll take it games. You know? We won the game. Not complaining. Not impressed. Not thrilled, but
yeah,
we took care of business and won the game.
You know what I'm really impressed by?
Who?
Oh, wait. You're still going about the Ravens. Keep going.
Well, not necessarily the Ravens, but the AFC. Because the Chiefs are 6-2. The Dolphins are 6-2.
Yeah.
The Jaguars are 6-2.
Yeah.
And the Ravens are 6-2.
Yeah.
There is a 4-way tie between the division leaders at the top of the conference. The Ravens have 3 straight tough games, but they are also 3 straight home games, hosting Seattle, who we're going to get into in a second, Cleveland, and then Cincinnati on Thursday Night Football as our next 3 games. But again, they are all at home. So tough, but 3 straight home games coming up. 4 of our last 5 have been on the road. 4 of our next 5 are at home. So
that's good.
You got that going for you. Listen, anytime you're playing in, even though it wasn't snowing during the game, I'll call it still snowy conditions. In Denver, so obviously high altitude, and you have the flu, not a recipe for success for Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, that game sucked.
Yeah.
It was bad football. That's all it really was, dude. Like, there's nothing truly that special about it. It was just a bad game.
Chiefs had
altogether, dude. The Chiefs couldn't get a damn thing going. They would get something going, and then either Patrick Mahomes or somebody on the offense would just do something stupid, and all that momentum just went straight out the window.
Yep.
You could tell by the end of the first quarter. You know, I had that little feeling that Kansas City was going to come back. By the end of the first quarter, I'm like, yeah, they're losing this game. Yeah. They're losing. They did not look like the Kansas City Chiefs. Such a trap game. I mean, I don't lose any confidence in the Chiefs at all. Just feels like a trap.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, that's all it really is, just a trap game.
They'll be fine.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they lost the game and they look bad doing it. But they have, if there's any team in the NFL over the last 5 years that has deserved to pass, it would be the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's always the Chiefs.
They'll be fine.
They'll
Now,
be good.
we need to talk about San Francisco.
Dude, I'm so fucking mad. They suck. Brock Purdy sucks.
I don't know what is going on.
They suck. It's been 3 weeks in a row.
Much needed bye week coming up. I'm still not going to back down from the Purdy take, but it's
I think it's the funniest thing ever. The funniest thing after these past 3 games, even though I've been a big Niners supporter myself, but I remember turning on some fucking sports talk show. I forget the guy's name. I think it's on Fox. It's not Colin Cowherd. It comes on. It's like First Things First, I think it's called, something like.
Oh yeah, Nick Wright.
You know what I'm talking about, Josh?
Nick Wright.
Yes, his show. And they were talking about Brock Purdy being MVP. And now
On Burns and Berman, there was a certain person that was not far away from saying the same thing.
Oh yeah, no, I mean I think that the two of us were.
Yeah.
And now we look back at those takes, and that's just such a mid-season NFL take that has just gone to shit.
But
Like
I
completely
still
out
think,
the window.
yeah, Purdy's not winning MVP, but I do still think they will bounce back and be fine. I think that they are gonna. They obviously are in desperate need of this bye week, which is coming up next week for them. If they come out of the bye and lose, then I'm done. But I'm not ready to back off from them yet. Imagine Burns getting pulled over. That would be interesting. That would be it.
I'm not. Don't worry. I'm being good. I got 2 hours and 48 minutes left.
That's good.
I'm being a driver. I'm in fucking traffic right now, basically. I'm about to hit Indy, so I'm about to see Lucas Oil.
Oh, there you go.
But and then I just drive through cornfields for 3 hours.
Which is here. Let's look at.
But hey, what I want to talk about. You know who impressed me?
You.
Zach fucking Wilson, baby. Oh my God, what an ending to that game. Josh, please tell me you saw the ending of that game.
I did.
So I had one of my lays. It was Dolphins -8, which that was easy. Vikings -2, that was cash. And the last one was Jets money line.
Ooh.
Holy shit. What a sweat and what a win. I could not believe it. That was unreal.
We're going to go through every game, guys. You guys are all asking about certain teams. We're going to go through every single game. Don't worry.
But yeah. Wow. Just literally wow. 24 seconds left. He looked like Patrick Mahomes that drive. Took him right down the field, spiked the ball with 1 second left on the clock, kicked the field goal overtime. Jets defense does their thing, and they go down, and they kick the game-winning field goal in overtime. Unreal, man. Unreal.
Unbelievable ending. Great job. Great finish. And I've sat down and watched Zach Wilson because I've made my opinions on him very clear over the years. And here's the thing. I'll start with positive. There is no doubt that this season has been the best football of his career as a whole. Won't deny it.
Yeah.
However, he's still not playing well. He's still not doing well.
Oh, God. No, I agree. The red.
He'll play a terrible game, and then randomly, usually in the fourth quarter, he'll drop an absolute dime out of nowhere. And then everyone's like, oh, I told you he's good. No, he still sucks. But he
yeah, that game was up there.
Give him that. The Giants.
That game was Josh. That game was up there for like the most punts in NFL history. It was only
that's one of those games. It'll be separated from sports ball this week. That's all I'll say.
Yeah,
about that one.
What ending? That was one of the best endings I've seen to an NFL game in a while. That was awesome.
Burns,
that was great.
Bears fans in the chat here wanted to let you know here, as well as Adam Schefter wanted to let you know that Matt Eberflus has announced that Justin Fields continues to be week to week. And
I know.
Tyson Bagent
will
start this Sunday against New Orleans.
Yeah, I know. It's tank season. It's officially that time already.
All right.
I hope that
the Bears. We got a ton of games to go over. Let's just go in order at this point. Let's start with the Carolina Panthers getting themselves a win.
Fuck the Texans, dude. How the fuck do you lose that game? It was horrible. Horrible, dude. CJ Stroud and that Texans team, they look like the island of misfit toys from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer out there. What are we doing? What are we doing? How are you going to lose to the 0-6 Carolina Panthers? And fucking Swank, I swear to God, dude. So I was so mad the Texans lost. I didn't say a word to him. And he texts me when the Bears are losing going, you guys suck. And I'm like, dude, you cannot say a fucking word right now. Shut your mouth. I was so pissed because I had to delay. That was the last leg. Once again, was the Texans to win, and they didn't fucking do it. God.
Nope. Houston is doing what I expect them to do, and that is fall down a little bit, cool off a little bit. Everyone knew Carolina wasn't going to go 0-17. They were going to win at some point. Michael got this pick right. Michael Mursky has a chance to make the next network history tonight. If the Detroit Lions win, Michael Mursky will have the best week of picks in next network history at 14-2.
Wow.
If the Lions win, which they will.
Damn, and I thought that I had a pretty good week this week.
Yeah, 3 people had a great pick. I had a great week of picks: Burns, Michael, and the fans. And I am completely fallen off the last month.
What's your record this? Can you read off all our records this week?
I mean, I'm not necessarily doing terribly, but it's just the 3 did very well, and I did like average at best. Right? Actually, no, I'm doing bad. I forgot how bad I did in the afternoon slate. The late afternoon. I am currently 8-7 on the week.
Wow.
Michael, 13-2. The fans, 11-4. Burns, 11-4.
Nice. All right, fans. There we go. I'll take 11-4 any day of the week.
Yeah, no, that's a really, really good week. And I
should be 12
from second place in the picks. I was second place in picks in week 6. After this week, I'm going to be in 4th.
Wow. What am I going to be?
I was in second. I'm about to fall to 4th.
What am I going to be?
Second.
Oh, nice. Who's first? Fans?
The fans. Fans are dominating.
Dude, I've been heating up the past month with my picks.
Yeah, me and you have kind of flipped. You started terribly and I started great. And now, in the last month, I've been terrible and you've been great.
Yeah. That's how the cookie crumbles.
Yep. All right, let's move on from this game. Again, we're going to go through every single one here. Not all of them will give that much thoughts on, like this one. The Rams and the Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
Great performance from Dallas. CeeDee Lamb got me, I think, 34 points in the first quarter.
What the fuck is this minivan fucking doing? Get over.
I don't know. I don't know what the van's doing.
It's just sitting here with its right turn signal on in the fast lane going 60 miles an hour. What the fuck are you doing? Indiana people, dude. Indiana people. All right.
Dallas is an on and off team. I agree with you, Riley.
Cowboys are dominant. Cowboys are elite. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, they're great.
They have been and always will be, and they're going to choke in the playoffs once again, but I still love them in the regular season.
It's the same old Cowboys. They'll win 11 or 12 games this year, but they're not. I need to see them against an elite team to really buy in. The Rams, I just have no idea what to think about it, but we just read off the NFC, and depending
the Rams
on
are who we thought they were, Josh. The Rams are who we thought they were.
They're a little better, but yeah. But outside of the 3 NFC South teams of Tampa, New Orleans, and Atlanta, I think the Rams are the team that has the best chance to get that 7th seed. But that would be 8-9 or 9-8.
Nice. The NFC sucks this year.
Yeah. Let's move on. Yeah, Puka Nacua is continuing to play well, even with Cooper Kupp there, in terms of getting targets and stuff like that. Cooper Kupp has had a down couple of weeks. So that's an interesting storyline to follow. All right, you're driving, so it might be a little bit difficult. We touch on the Vikings, but now we can touch on the Packers. And my God.
Yeah! You know what? The thing is, I made a video and posted it later, and I'm not trying to spread hate with it. I'm just asking Packers fans, like, do you guys understand now, like, why we hate you so much and why we hated you for so long? Like, obviously we're rivals and we still hate you, but at the same time, it's like, do you get it now? Because the way that they're playing this year, that's the Chicago Bears every year, every season.
Yep.
And it's like, well, welcome to it. It sucks. And they don't know how to react. They don't know how to react to this, man.
They are a team that's had nothing but consistent winning for the last 30, 40 years.
Yeah, there's people who are 40 years old who grew up Packers fans have never seen something like this.
Right.
Never. And it's unreal.
Not from a non-injured Packers team. Well, actually, they've had a lot of injuries, so I will take that back. But non-injury at the quarterback position.
But even when they were injured, they were still competitive. They are not even competitive right now. It's a joke. It is a joke of a team.
So,
and
Jordan Love, keep going.
I was going to get into Jordan Love. I'm just saying, man, he sucks. Like, he's just not a good quarterback.
Two things can be true. The man has no help, and he isn't very good. Both can be true.
And I think that both are true. I think that they both are true.
Because Jordan Love and the Packers have had the most dropped passes in the NFL this year. That is true. The weapons around Jordan Love are among the worst in the NFL, and I'm not going to say that's not true because it is, and that is something that needs to be addressed. But the team has the worst drop rate, and if you take those away and count them all as completions, among the 30 qualified quarterbacks, even if you give all of those drops where they have the most in the NFL completions, Jordan Love would still be number 30 out of 30 in completion percentage.
Wow.
So
wow. That's
the weapons are not there.
Wow. Josh, did you find that yourself?
Yeah. I didn't. I found it on Twitter. Yeah.
I thought you found that yourself. I was going to say, that's some good digging right there. That was cool. That was pretty cool. I mean, if you did something like that against me, I'd hate you, but, like, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Here's the thing. Also, the scoreboard in that game looks a lot closer than it actually was. The Vikings beat the brakes off them from start to finish. It was not close.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right.
And just in general, one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
It feels good to see the Packers play like this, but also at the same time, seeing the two founding franchises both sitting at 2-5 and 2-6 right now, it sucks. It's just like, what are we doing, man? It's seriously, the Bears and the Packers should be dominant every fucking year, and they just aren't because, well, the Bears aren't any year because our fucking ownership is dog shit. The Packers figured it out, but now seeing both of us suck, it's just like, wow. The fall off is wild.
Yeah. The Saints and the Colts. This is an interesting one. The Colts are so weird.
They are weird.
I finally gave them credit last week, and then the Saints offense, which has been, while they have the talent, have been playing terribly all season, were amazing yesterday.
Yeah.
Really
Alvin. Dude, my fantasy team, oh my God, balls to the walls yesterday. I had CD, Alvin Kamara, Derrick Henry, ball to the wall. Is going to make that 7 seed.
All right, you cut in and out there. I heard something 7 seed.
I think that the Saints are going to get that 7 seed. That's my pick.
But remember, it's them and Atlanta. They can
or win the division. Yeah, or win the division. One of the two. I've been high on the Saints this year.
Right.
So I'm with them.
I was impressed yesterday. I'm going to give them credit. I think they're going to be. So, my take at the beginning of the year about them being just kind of mid feels right. I just didn't take into consideration that mid, meaning 8-9 or 9-8, might be enough to make the playoffs.
Welcome to the NFC. Welcome to the
That's the
NFC.
thing. I feel very good about that take, that they're just not very good. But they might be good enough to sneak in.
I think they will. I truly will.
There might not be anyone better.
If the Saints were in the AFC, I would not have any confidence in them. But since they're in the NFC, they will make the playoffs. They will, and they'll put up a fight in the playoffs.
I still don't think they're going to win their division. I still think Atlanta will, or Tampa. I still think that those two teams have a better chance to win their division than New Orleans does. But in terms of the 7th seed,
I don't know about that. Atlanta seems like a fucking mess, man.
Well, we'll see what happens on Wednesday with what Arthur Smith decides.
Yeah, they seem like a fucking mess.
We'll see what happens.
But all right, next game.
Let's move on. Next game. Yeah, we're going in order. I have pretty much no thoughts on this game. This was just very much exactly what I expected. It's New England and Miami. Do you have anything to say? Like, this game was just exactly what we expected.
Tyreek Hill is on pace.
Yeah, he is. Continues to be on it.
He's on pace. That's all
That's
I got
really
for
about
that one.
it. You got anything?
That's really it. Just keep going.
Yeah. There's just nothing really to say. Both teams played the way I expected them to play.
Yeah.
We already touched on the Jets and the Giants. Jacksonville and Pittsburgh.
Jacksonville. Hey, it was a bummy game, just like we both said. It was a bummy game.
Yep.
And I had the Jags, and it's what I expected out of the Jags. They went in there, they did their job, and the Jacksonville Jaguars are 6-2.
Yep. It's where
Expected
the
man.
road to get there. The road to get there was a little difficult, but a 6-2 start is what I expected out of them, or maybe even a little bit better. Is just the road to get there was a little bit tougher than I thought, but they're clicking. They're clicking. And
yeah, the thing is, Josh, the thing is, man, we grew up with this Jaguars team just playing like balls every year, besides when they had Saxonville going and they made it to the AFC Championship. Yeah. Dude, seeing them at 6-2 is pretty wild.
I love it.
I love it too. Oh yeah, dude. How can you not like Jacksonville? It's so weird. It's so weird seeing them actually like contend now.
Yeah. But I expected it, and I'm happy for him. And Travis Etienne continues to be really underrated and deserves more credit than he gets.
Damn right, dude. Damn right.
He really is. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh at 4-3 is a better record than they deserve, but here they are. Matt Canada sucks. Keep him for the rest of the season. Keep him forever. I love it. He's not going anywhere until the season's over. The Steelers don't fire coaches. We'll see what's going on with Pickett in terms of injury. Remember the Steelers?
Yeah, once Mitch went in, I was all over the Steelers, but
it's Steelers Titans on Thursday night as well. So they're on a short week. So I would expect to see Trubisky because they're playing on Thursday.
Is the Titan game next?
Actually, yes, it is. But
Will Levis, baby, Will Levis. Hello, welcome to the NFL, brother. Wow, Joshua. Come on, give me a wow. Give me one.
Yeah, wow. They were incredible. He was amazing.
What was my score prediction for that game? What was my score prediction?
Your score was 26-20.
And you gave me a little wow when I told you that.
Yeah, because I had 23-10 Atlanta.
Yeah, and Will Levis balled the fuck out.
He did.
He looked good.
Incredible.
He looked good, and I was shocked that it really went that well. I just thought that it was going to be a Derrick Henry game, where Derrick Henry was Derrick Henry, and he ran over everybody. But instead, Will Levis took that team under his arm, and he was a dog.
Yeah.
Very shocked. They looked really fucking good.
So, Will Levis is a guy that in the draft process I was very consistent with. I don't like him. I don't think he's good. Never have. Just I felt like everything that Anthony Richardson was, was just a better version of Will Levis. That's what I kept saying. Will Levis is a worse version of Anthony Richardson in every single way.
Yeah.
Because he didn't show it off in this game, but the man can run too. He can. But I didn't see anything in college from him that said he's a guy. He's a guy. It's one game. If I love a guy and he plays terribly in his first game, I'm not going to overreact. And if I think a guy is terrible and he plays amazingly in week one in his first game, I'm not going to overreact. But I will give him credit because the man played phenomenal. He really did. And the connection with him and DeAndre Hopkins was impressive. I mean, 4 for 128 and 3 touchdowns. For D-Hop was very, very impressive to see. So, Ryan Tannehill, goodbye. You're done for the year. I don't care when you get healthy. This is very reminiscent of Lamar Jackson taking over for Flacco when he got hurt. The only difference is I don't see this team making the playoffs or anything because I still don't think.
Oh yeah, if they were in the NFC, maybe, but not in the AFC.
Yeah. But give them credit; they look good. But there's another quarterback that we need to talk about, and that is on the other side, Desmond Ridder. Because I saw someone earlier in the chat, like way earlier. Let me see if I can find the comment. It is a while ago. Here it is. What about Desmond Ridder? I remember Josh saying he's going to be a stud. I very much did not say that, first of all. At no point did I think he was going to be good. I thought in college I said he was going to be a pro-ready guy, that what you see from him when he comes in is going to be what you get. And I thought it was going to be better than what he got, but I didn't necessarily think he was going to be good. But he's been terrible. And actually, the opposite of me saying he was going to be a stud, for the last few weeks in the show, I've been calling Arthur Smith and saying, put in Taylor Heineke. Put him in. He's just sitting there. And they did it. And I expect that on Wednesday, which is what Arthur Smith said, that this Wednesday he's going to make an announcement on the quarterback. I expect and hope that he makes the right decision and he sticks with Heineke the rest of the year. That's what he should do.
He should. Desmond Ridder sucks.
He's terrible. And this roster doesn't.
Yeah, no, the Falcons are a great roster. They do.
I've been saying that all year. I've been very high on the Falcons as a roster all year. And I don't think Heineke is going to be some kind of franchise guy, but I think he'll be better than what they got right now.
He'll do the job for the rest of the year, and then you got to go out and find a guy. Which, I mean, there's a couple guys available in the offense.
Good stuff about Ridder. When did I say good stuff about Ridder? Undebated Path in particular, who is watches pretty much every single stream we do. When did I say that about Ridder? Or are you agreeing that I did say what I said? I don't know. Anyway, keep going.
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of quarterbacks available in the draft this year. There's a couple in free agency as well, and I think that you go out and get a veteran if you're Atlanta. We talked about Kyler a little bit, which, I mean, that would be a rough.
You can go out there and get a guy, try and get but no, because they're not going to have a top pick. You're right.
Yeah, I think that you go and get a veteran to lead this team. I think that's the best way to go about it.
We talked about Kyler last week.
Yeah, I know. That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyler. I feel like Kyler would fit great into that offense too. I really feel like that'll be a great landing spot for him. There or Vegas, one of the two.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. This was a hell of a game. Both times we've seen it. Philly and Washington.
Yeah, it was a dogfight, man.
Both times we've seen this matchup has happened. Last time it went to overtime. This time it didn't. But, yeah. You know who had a bad day, though? Terry McLaurin. Which
yeah, he did have that good of a game.
Still, and yet they still were able to do well on offense. It was impressive.
No, Washington really isn't that bad. I mean, they put up a hell of a fight almost every single game that they play. It's just you really got it. They're not there yet, and I don't
Right.
think that they're going to be there with this team. And I think that if a certain one on Sunday Night Football will not be on that roster today, I really think that it might be a reset. I really think that if a certain team won on Sunday Night Football, that Chase Young was not going to be a Washington Commander today after yesterday.
I would love to see Chase Young in Baltimore. I would rather have him and Derrick Henry. I'll tell you that. I want Chase Young.
I think there's a chance that he gets traded somewhere.
Yeah,
a nice
well, I mean,
little rental for the rest.
Either him or Montez Sweat.
Yeah.
Sounds like we're gonna see either him or Montez Sweat dealt. We'll see which one, and I would gladly take either of them.
Yeah.
Chat saying he's gonna go to Detroit.
D-Town, dude. Him and D-Town is pretty wild. But
He's from
Detroit
here,
doesn't
though.
need him.
He already plays in DC, and he went to DeMatha. Keep him here.
Detroit does not need him. Detroit does not need Chase Young. That's I really don't feel like Detroit needs him.
Chase Young and Hutch.
Yeah, no, that would be wild. I agree with you.
Woo.
That would be. I mean, it's not really. He doesn't have a no trade cost, does he? I don't think so.
No, he's on a rookie contract.
That's what I thought. Okay. I don't know. I'd love to see Ryan Poles get on the phone and get him here, and then we just sign him to a long-term deal the second he gets here. Like right after the season. That's what I'd love to see. I wouldn't care about the rest of this year, but just have him for next year. Build up this defense more. But
This is
obviously,
Terrible take. What do you mean Hutch is overrated? That's a terrible, terrible take.
that's horrible. Hutch is a dog.
Yeah.
Hutch
Okay,
is a
so
weak-
is Rashawn Gary. I'll give you that. Rashawn Gary is really good, but he's not better. No. But
No.
Rashawn Gary is a dog, too. I do agree with that. Very underrated.
Yeah, he got paid. He got paid.
Yeah, and he deserved it.
Yeah, he did deserve it. He got paid.
All right.
All right,
Let's
next.
move on to the next two teams that the Ravens will be playing against, the Browns and the Seahawks. First up, Seattle coming to Baltimore. And before we talk about the Seahawks, let's talk about the trade. Wow. Massive.
Yeah. Wow. That is huge.
Leonard Williams for a second and a fifth. That's a lot for a D lineman, and for the Giants getting a second round pick for a guy that wasn't even the best player at his position on that team. Shout out Dexter Lawrence, is great. But so I give the Giants. It's a great trade for New York, but I love it for Seattle too. I do.
Yeah, I think this is one of those. I think this is one of those deals that both sides wins. I mean, any trade in the NFL, you could do a pick swap with the team, and people are still gonna fucking say, "Oh my God, you just stole from them, this and that." That's how it always goes. But I think this is a pretty even trade, honestly. I feel like the Seahawks.
I think Seattle gave up a lot.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think they might have overshot it a little bit, but at the same time, it's going to benefit both squads, and I think that it's good for both of them because the Giants now is fucking rebuild time. They're trying to get as much draft capital as they can, or not even rebuild, just build a power team because they can be good, they're just not. And Seattle, they're looking ahead to the playoffs, especially after that big win versus Cleveland.
They're first in the division right now.
First in the division, Seattle Seahawks led by Geno Smith. Imagine telling that to somebody 4 years ago.
He's not playing poorly, but Geno's not even playing lights out either.
Imagine telling that to somebody right after the Russell Wilson trade happened.
Yeah.
Imagine. That's so crazy, dude. I still can't believe how good they are, you know.
Yeah, Geno has not even been that good this year. He's been pretty mid. But the Seahawks as a team have been able to put together wins, play really solid football. It's what I expected out of them. And
yeah, they have. Honestly, Yeah, they are sneaky little squad. They are.
They are.
Good to see Seattle winning again, man. It's good
And
to
I
see.
love Leonard Williams, though, as a move because the Seahawks are, as good as they are, they're very, very young. And there's not a lot of veterans outside of Bobby Wagner who.
Yeah.
So I like bringing in a veteran guy who's still productive, even if they gave up a lot to get him.
100%. I agree.
In terms of the game, I mean, both teams.
It was just a dogfight, man.
This was just a really solid, even game. JSN once again getting more involved, getting the game-winning touchdown yesterday. I love to see that.
Dude, Witherspoon is a fucking beast. That's ILL right there. All right, baby.
He was worth the top 5 pick for sure.
He is a fucking animal.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, got too many notes. Good game.
Yeah. All right. We already talked about Ravens Cardinals. We already talked about Chiefs Broncos. We already talked about. Well, did we? We didn't talk about the Bengals for Bengals Niners. And man, that was scary as a Ravens fan.
Bengals are back. I'm sorry to say
as a Ravens fan, that was scary.
Yeah, they're fucking back, man. I hate to break it to you. I hate to be shit. But yeah, they're back, and it's what we expected out of them.
I agree. But they are in the toughest division in football, and they are 4-3. And their next 2 games, what is it? They have their next few games are really, really tough. So they're 2 of their next 3 because Houston's in there. But they got the Bills on Sunday night at home, followed then by home against Houston. Then they have at Baltimore on Thursday Night Football. So, yes, they look like they're bouncing back. They've won their last 3 straight. They looked amazing. But in the best division in football and in a much tougher conference in the NFC, they're sitting at 4-3 with already losses to the Browns and the Ravens. So, yes, they're playing well, but they got more work to do to make sure they go to the playoffs. I think they will, but the job is not done.
Yeah, you can't lose another division game this year. You cannot lose another one.
At least not the one on Thursday Night Football against the Ravens. I mean, that is going to be – you can make an argument that Week 11 Thursday Night Football, Bengals at Ravens, Cincy, depending on what happens in the next 2 games against Buffalo and Houston, because if they win them both, they're sitting at 6-3. That's not the conversation. But let's say they split them, and they're sitting at 5-4 in the AFC, with a game at Jacksonville 2 weeks after that, and Week 17 at Kansas City. You can make an argument that they're playing for their season if they split the next 2 and they're sitting at 5-4.
Yeah, you got to beat the Bills. You got to beat the Texans. And then you go into that game 6-3.
Here's what I look at it as. You cannot lose to Houston under any circumstances, and you must beat either. Obviously, if you beat them both, it's even better. But you must beat either the Ravens or the Bills, and then you cannot drop that Houston game. If you can come out of that 3-game stretch 2-1, they're fine. They're sitting at 6-4.
Yeah.
But if they go 1-2, or dare I say, and this won't happen, but dare I say 0-3, they're screwed.
Yeah, that's when you clean out your locker and you call it a year.
That won't happen, but theoretically.
No, it won't. I agree.
And then we're talking about Bears Chargers. So we've went through all of the games. Let's kind of just hang out here with the chat, see what anything we touched on that we missed. You guys want to ask us about anything? Maybe we got 15 more minutes. See if any kind of trades break, because trade deadline. We are now 23 hours and 45 minutes away from the trade deadline. Oh, we do have Monday Night Football.
Josh, what are you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I'm waiting for the trade deadline, see what happens. I was
What are
going
you
to
doing
ask.
after the trade deadline?
No idea. I have no idea.
It's Halloween. Are you? I know what I said. I hate Halloween, but I'm still doing something.
Well, I did stuff over the weekend.
What'd you do over the weekend?
It'll probably just be whatever. My friends do something, I'll just go with them. That's probably what the thought is.
What'd you do this weekend for Halloween?
Say that again?
What'd you do this weekend for Halloween?
Hung out. I had fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Guess what I'm doing tomorrow night at 7 p.m.?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
You know it, baby. Dude, I'm so excited.
The Ravens should make. And then actually it goes into this question, which is Danielle Hunter or Chase Young. If I had to pick one, he's younger and he's probably better, so Chase Young.
Yeah.
Love Chase Young. Let's get into Monday Night Football, though. Because this going to do that.
Yep.
The Raiders and the Lions.
Kind of a shit show.
This is Michael's lock of the week. He's trying to make next network history. Currently sitting at 13-2.
In this game, my pick was already basically locked in stone. But I'm going with the hot hand, and I'm going with Michael in this one. And I'm going to ride with the Lions here because D-Town, even though they had a rough week, D-Town is still D-Town, and the Lions are some fucking dogs, man. They truly are. I do love the Lions.
I never could do that for a divisional rival. Like, I was the Bengals' #1 hater in that Super Bowl run. I mean, I gave them credit because obviously they were good. I acknowledged they were good, which you can obviously do that. But you seem like you root for them. I was their #1 hater in that playoff run, man.
I do root for the Lions whenever we don't play them because I'd rather see the Lions win than the Packers, and I'd rather see the Lions win than the Vikings.
But you don't have anything against the Lions. That's why the NFC North and the AFC North are different, because all the AFC North and the NFC East are the only two divisions where all four teams have legitimate hatred for each other. Like the Bears and Lions don't really have that.
No, we don't. Because also Detroit was added to the NFC North, what was it, like 30 years ago? It wasn't like they've been there for forever, you know?
They still they were still in the same division. What? Am I wrong?
I don't think so, because it was the NFC Central, and we were playing the Buccaneers were in our division.
Yeah, but it was 5 teams.
It was? Detroit was in there? I swear to God.
All I know is it was 5 teams. Yeah, they were in there. They've been in division.
No. I fucked it up. I meant to say, the Bucks won the NFC North before the Lions did.
Lions. That is true.
Yeah, more recently than the Lions.
That is true.
Basically what it is. And the Lions have just always sucked, so I don't really have a reason to hate them. They sucked for forever. We just kicked their ass every time we played them, no matter how bad the Bears were.
Right. But the thing that prevented that with the Browns and the Ravens having the same type of thing is we stole their team, so they have always hated us, which has turned into some hatred back. But they hate us. All right. So what is your score for this Lions game?
I'll take it 28-14.
28-14. I said 34.
Big Lions win.
I think it's going to be
you went big.
Bounce back game. Big time.
I think it's just a big bounce back game. They shouldn't have lost. They should have got blown out.
Terrible last week. They were awful last week. That scoreboard reflects the way they played. Like they were that bad, but I think they'll bounce back and be fine.
Hello? You got the first primetime game in Detroit in a long time. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm
gonna be home in about. Yeah.
All right, this has been a fun one. We have not talked about this. We have not talked about this, but instead of a Wednesday show, since tomorrow is the deadline, would you want to do 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. tomorrow, leading up to the deadline?
I can't. I have class all day
Okay.
tomorrow. I'm in class from 9:30 to 4:50.
Okay.
So
That's fine.
I can't do anything tomorrow. And then right after, I'm going to see Five Nights at Freddy's. So
All right, that's fine. All right, Wednesday show it is. That's totally fine. All right.
yeah.
We will see you guys on Wednesday, 3:30
Yeah.
p.m. Eastern. It's been another fun
Thank
one.
you. But I'm sorry that my audio sucks. There's nothing I can do about it. So
It's true. All right. See you guys later. Go right.
dude, see you boys.